We have seen this as the output of a linear regression line, and this as the logistic response equation, which is also known as the logistic response function. Now let us see the concept of odds in logistic regression. Odds, which is commonly used in betting. So it has a definition of being the probability of y is equal to 1 divided by the probability of y is equal to 0. So it is the probability of an event happening divided by the probability of the event not happening. So let us expand this equation and see where it leads us to. So this can be written as probability of y is equal to 1 minus this. So we know that total probability is 1, and hence I can write probability of y is equal to 0 as 1 minus probability of y is equal to 1. Now let us fit this equation here. So we will fill the logistic response curve in both these places. So if you fill this here and if you solve this equation, what you would get is this. So odds is equal to e to the power beta naught plus beta 1 x1 and so on. So this is what we would get if we solve the concept of odds, if we solve this equation further. Now let us take log on both sides. So we take a log of odds. This will give us, so log to the base e, this will give us beta naught plus beta 1 x1 and so on. So log of odds is also known as logit. So I can write it as logit. Logit is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x1 and so on. So what was the intention of doing this? The intention of doing this was to make the betas interpretable in case of logistic regression. Now we know the betas are very interpretable in linear regression. For example, in linear regression, if you increase x1 by 1 unit, your y increases by beta 1 units. So that's the interpretation of the betas in linear regression. In logistic regressions, the beta cannot be interpreted in the same way, as there is a nonlinear relationship here. So what we do is we transform it to odds, and then the betas become interpretable. So what's the interpretation of a logistic regression in terms of odds? If we increase our independent variable by 1 units, the log of odds increases by beta 1 units. So the probability doesn't increase directly, but the log of odds increases by beta 1 units. So in logistic regression, if we increase independent variable by 1 unit, log of odds increases by beta 1 units. What is log of odds? Log of odds is log of this quantity. Odds is probability of the event happening divided by probability of the event not happening. So this is how we interpret the coefficient values in case of logistic regression.